So now we're going to do the third solving systems using elimination. So I've got the same old question that I had before, so we already know the answer. And then I have one we don't know the answer. So when we use elimination, we want to eliminate or get rid of one of the variables. Now, what I like to do is I like to have the coefficients have the same number but opposite signs. That's my goal when I do elimination. So the first one here is pretty easy because they already have a negative y and a positive y, which if I add the two equations, I'm going to make 0. So my goal is always to add the two equations to make 0. So 2x plus 3x makes 5x. 4 plus 5 makes 9. Divide by 5. And x equals 1.8, like it did before. And now I need to find y. You can pick either equation to find y. So 2x plus y equals 4. So I'm going to substitute 1.8. So 2 times 1.8 plus y equals 4. So this is 3.6 plus y equals 4. So I subtract that, and y equals 0.4. What I've gotten both times, whether I did it by graphing or whether I did it by substitution. So this then, remember, the final answer has to look like a point. 1.8 comma 0.4. Okay? All right, that's easy enough. Now, what if it's a little bit harder, like this one? This one is not so nice because notice the x's are not opposites and the y's are not opposites. So I'm going to have to multiply both equations by something. So the question is, do I want to get rid of the x's or do I want to get rid of the y's? Makes no difference. So since x is in front, I'm going to get rid of the x's. So I ask myself, what number do both 2 and 7 go into? And I say, oh, that's 14. So I'm going to multiply this first equation by 7 so I can make positive 14. And I'm going to multiply the second equation by negative 2 so I can have negative 14. Because remember, I like to have them opposites. So distributing, and remember, make sure you distribute to everybody. I get 14x minus 21y equals 35. And then distributing this to everybody, I get negative 14x plus 10y equals positive 20. So now when I have this, now I'm going to add the two equations. So the x's go away. So negative 21 and positive 10 make negative 11y equals 35 plus 20 makes 55. So divide by 11, y equals negative 5. So now I need to go back and find x, because I always need to write my answer as a point. I'm going to pick the first equation just because the numbers are a little smaller, and I didn't do this one ahead of time. I did find the answer ahead of time, but I didn't do the math ahead of time, and my calculator is not handy. So 2x minus 3y, sad, isn't it? 2x minus 3y equals 5. I'm going to put negative 5 in for y, so 2x minus 3 times negative 5 equals 5. 2x, negative 3 times negative 5 makes plus 15 equals 5. So subtract 15 from both sides. I get 2x equals negative 10. So I get x equals negative 5. Good, because that's what the answer is supposed to be. Notice this time the x and y are the same value, so it does not matter which one goes first, but the x always goes first. So negative 5 comma negative 5. And then you can check this with your calculator if you solve for y. Be careful, because neither of these equations are very nice when you solve for y. So good luck. Have fun. The next one